Good morning, students. Today we continue the same chapter, that is electrostatics. Today we know about the electric field and electric field lines. Electric field is a space around an electric charge through which the charge can exert an electrostatic force on another charged particle. Electric field, and or you can say the concept of electric field, was given by Michael Faraday. In turn, electric field is denoted by E. Electric field is defined as the force per unit charge. Force per unit charge is considered as a electric field or electric field intensity. Its formula is given by E is equal to F by Q, where E stands for electric field intensity, F stands for force exerted, and Q is for test charge. Now, SI unit of electric field intensity. As we know that SI unit of force is Newton and SI unit of charge is Coulomb. So, SI unit of electric field intensity is given by Newton per Coulomb, or you can say Newton Coulomb to the power minus 1, and this is the SI unit of electric field intensity or electric field. Its another unit is volt per meter. Now, electric field intensity due to a point charge. Now we want to deal with the electric field intensity due to a point charge. Say, suppose a source charge is given. It is positively charged, and at some distance r, a test charge, unit test charge Q naught is kept. Source charge Q is there, and at a distance r, a test charge Q naught is taken. So the source charge can exert an electrostatic force on the test charge Q naught. Now by Coulomb's law, we get the magnitude of force F. That force F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught by r square. This is the magnitude of force exerted by the source charge on the test charge. And since source charge and test charge both are positive charge, so the force exerted is repulsive in nature. Now, as you know that electric field E is equal to force by test charge Q naught. So, in the place of F, we have to put the value of F, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught by r square, and this quantity is divided by Q naught. Now Q naught is cancelled out, and the magnitude of electric field intensity E is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square, and that is the expression for electric field due to a point charge, and this formula is used for solving several numerical problems. Our next topic is principle of superposition of charges. Principle of superposition of charges. It is actually defined as the total field at a point is the vector sum of individual component at that point. Let us consider there are two charges Q1 and Q2, and at point P the electric field due to Q1 be E1, and electric field at P due to charge Q2 is E2. So, according to superposition principle, total electric field E is given as a algebraic sum of E1 and E2. So the expression will be like this: E is equal to Q stands for the total charge, by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. That is the total electric field intensity at point P. And this total intensity of electric field is due to the sum of the electric field intensities of all the charges. Now, our next topic is electric field lines. Electric field lines are the imaginary lines, and it actually deal with the existence of electric field due to a charge. So first point is field lines start on positive charge. Field lines stop on negative charge. If there are more charge, more electric field lines are there. Next, field lines never cross each other or never intersect each other. And field lines spacing they indicates the field strength. More the field lines, more the strength of the electric field. And since electric field lines is the continuous curve, and on that curve, if you draw tangent at any point, then that tangent gives the direction of electric field at that point. Now let us explain it once again. Electric field lines are starting from the positive charge and they end at negative charge. Electric field lines are starting at positive charge and they end at negative charge. First one, they do not form the closed loop. See the diagram once again. Electric field lines are started from the positive charge and it ends at negative charge. So it is the curved line, it is not the loop. So electric field lines can never produce a circular loop. Now, suppose at one point magnitude of charge is q and these are the field lines. And if the magnitude of charge is 2q, means charge is more, you will see the density of field lines is more. That means more the charge, more will be the electric field lines, and hence it indicates that if the charge is more, strength of electric field is also more. Now, for the positive charge, electric field lines is outward direction. For positive charge, electric field lines are in outward direction. Electric field lines are in outward direction. But for the negative charge, electric field lines is inwards. For positive charge, electric field lines are outwards, and for negative charge, electric field lines are inwards. Now, suppose it is a electric field lines, it is a continuous curve, and on this curve we take three different points A, B and C. Now we draw tangent from point A, B and C, and this tangent give the direction of electric field at that point. Next point is electric field lines never intersect. Electric field lines never intersect. Let us consider electric field lines intersect each other at a point. So for two different curves, if we draw two different tangents from this point, we will get two different directions of electric field, which is not possible. So, electric field lines never intersect each other. Now, pattern of electric field lines. Suppose we are taking two positive charges. Suppose we are taking two positive charges. Say, in that case, two charges are positive, and for both the cases, electric field lines are outwards. See the diagram carefully. Electric field lines are outwards. And between these two charges, one point is obtained where electric field lines are not passing, and this point is considered as a neutral point. So, if the two interacting charges are different in nature, means one is positive and another is negative, then electric field lines is just like this. For the positive charge, electric field lines are going outwards, and for the negative charge, electric field lines are going inwards, and we get an electric field pattern which will be like this. So, this is all about the electric field, its expression, and electric field lines and their properties. Today is this much. In the next class, we will deal the next topic. Till then, thank you.